that resident where I was staying, we're not allowed to cook. Yes.
What were you eating?
Well, we'll eat like your noodles. Yes, now I can eat noodles. If then you're a true prophet, whether a false prophet, you still have to tell people different story. But on my side, he said, "No, you bewitched, wara. He gave me things to do, right?" Oh well, I took those stuff. I did. So now you know the one that you tie your rope in your waist. I've just felt embarrassed, man. As a ladies' man, I just felt embarrassed. Then I was ladies' man.
Because that time you were not.
I mean, this guy will ask 5 questions at the same time, and after that, when the guy wanted to answer, he said, "No, I'm not done. I'm still asking. I'm not a prophet. You're gonna answer all my questions at once." I was very, very disappointed as a politician, and because it's there in Parliament, I chose you that this is our leaders.
Yeah,
these are our leaders. I was not disappointed in the English because even I myself can't speak proper English. You understand? So I was just disappointed that he can ask or understand what he's trying to ask because it's just reading.
Most of the people who are in varsity right now, who are in politics and everything, most of them, they don't take school serious. You'll find that this person has been doing the same course and is stuck with second year modules on the 5th year in varsity. But they are in politics, they are campaigning every time. You know what I mean? So that kind of confused me. You could say, how do you want to be a leader but you're not taking education serious? Because
and now you want to motivate us about education.
Whether you like it or not, whether you like it or not, man, if you want to be a leader, especially in politics in South Africa, I don't know about other countries, but in South Africa, if you want to be a leader, get education. Something really concerning. If you look at the number of subscriptions on this channel, you'll see that it's very low. It hurts me. It doesn't make me happy. So if you're new on this channel, or you've been watching our videos and you love what we do and you would like to support us, kindly hit that subscribe button, like and share the video with your loved ones. This will help to grow this channel to reach multitudes all around the world, because that is the plan, to keep on inspiring and motivating people around the world to become the best in whatever you do, to become successful in whatever way that you wish to become successful. So thank you very much for hitting that subscribe button, because I believe that by now you have subscribed. You haven't? Thank you. Okay, enjoy the video. It's very easy for us as people to get carried away in this eager pursuit of financial stability, and we forget that it's not all about financial stability and a good life, but it's about serving a purpose and thriving in your passion. What's up, visionaries? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Vision. I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm doing great too. And today, I'm not alone on this video, but I have a guest, a wonderful brother of mine. You know, he's a brother, a friend. He's a Christian. That's one thing I love about him. He loves God very much. He's that one type of a person who's like a big brother who reprimands you whenever you're going wrong. He doesn't wait for you to tell him or to ask his opinion, but if he sees that you're doing something wrong, he reprimands you. He's a big brother to me, and I'm happy to have him here. Everyone, welcome Mr. Novela. How are you, bro?
Good, thanks. And how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm very happy to have you here. I'm very happy to have you, man.
I'm glad as well.
Yeah, thank you very much for honoring my invitation and coming through to this podcast. I really don't take it for granted that you took your time. You know, you're a busy man. Your schedule is busy. You know, taking your time to come here and to do this with me, I really appreciate it, man. I don't take it for granted at all. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Otherwise, how are you, man?
Well, I'm good, eh? As you can see, I'm good.
How's life? How's everything going?
Oh, well, man, life being life, life is a moving thing. So life is not a stationary thing.
Yeah.
By the way, life it's supposed to be like a moving thing because
True.
every day you wake up, it's a new day, it's a new
Yeah.
grace,
Yeah.
new opportunities.
Yeah.
So life it's been a roller coaster, ups and down, busy. Sometimes you get to be like free. It's been just a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how life has been so far.
No, I understand, man. And how is work, and how are you balancing work life balance? How are you finding it?
Well, work and life balance, man. With my current company, look, this is the first time I'm having so much pressure. Whereby,
Maybe come a bit deep.
so as I was saying,
Yeah.
as I was saying, with how I balance my life and work,
Yeah.
it's a bit tricky, man. So this is my very first job where I'm like this busy. I've been in like different kind of jobs. I've done different sort of jobs before, but now, hey, it's a bit tense, man. Especially when you have like due date
Yeah.
to get the result done.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to remain behind, and sometimes you don't give the people you care about time. So it's quite a tricky subject. But I try around weekends, to slide people that I care about. I try to talk to them. I try to, have life in a way that I can like go to the beach. I can go, out. I can go visit places where I've never been before. And try also playing games. So these are like some things that I do around my free space. So it's something, man, that is very, very, very hard. But around my weekends or my free time, I try by any means that soon as I walk out of the gate from work, I should be done with work.
Yeah.
If I'm not done, I'll finish tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I balance it. So I make sure that I keep work at work. And I do things that I'm supposed to do when I'm home. Yeah.
No, I would say on my side, I kind of struggle with balancing some of the duties that I have to do outside work. For example, because I'm still studying, I'm still a student, and balancing between work, studying, music. As you can see, I just got my baby not so long ago.
Oh.
I'm practicing, day in and day
Well
out.
done, man. Well done, man.
And thank you very much. And also podcast. I have to keep pushing. I have to do it because it's not for me. This is a God's thing. So balancing between all those things is a bit tricky and hard at times. To such an extent where sometimes I just have days where I just feel that I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do anything. Like literally wake up in the morning and feel like, maybe I should call in that I'm sick at work. Just sleep the whole day because it's tiring. And it's one of the challenging things is that I've been traveling a lot.
Yeah.
Because I'm studying, but when I am writing tests or exams, I need to go to campus. And I'm traveling about 600 plus kilometers to go and write.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not rich yet, so I'm not gonna always use the flight. I take the bus. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Most of the time I take the bus. Long haul bus. 8 hours straight. So I take the bus at 8. I'm gonna arrive, in Joburg at 6 latest. So it has been a bit challenging, but I'm really trying to keep going.
Yeah.
And I've really been putting forth things that I love most. I've really tried to cut off some responsibilities that I saw I don't need this. You know what I mean? So right now I can say I'm busy with things that matters. My life, Jay, is just strictly things that matters. That's why many people even say you are too serious with life.
It looks like that. So the moment you get that's the thing. So the moment you get to do things that are about yourself and doesn't involve, maybe your fun doesn't involve the outside people or people that you used to, engage with.
Yeah.
It now tends to look like this guy, his life, man, is too serious.
Too
My guy,
serious.
are too serious this day. What's going on?
Yeah.
So even your peers that you schooled with, the moment you get to do stuff, so it's simple as, for example, if you were to get married now, you have to be committed to that person. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So the moment you get committed, and now that was used to Vision calling us, maybe preparing a braai, organizing a braai, those things.
Yeah.
So now nobody does that. Then we call you, hey Vision, what's going on? That when you be like, no, I will see when to do. Obviously, you're not gonna see because
it's busy.
You're busy. You're just trying to comfort us.
Yeah.
But the honest truth out of all that is that you are occupied. And the more you're occupied, some things has to move out.
Yeah.
That's how life is.
Yeah.
So it's like, even my day, it was full. So I had to shift something for me to come here.
True.
It's just like that. Simple as that. I didn't entertain a certain thing that I was supposed to entertain. Hence I'm here.
Yeah.
So it's just life.
Yeah,
so
get it, man.
Don't feel bad, man.
Get it?
Don't feel bad. Don't.
Nah, I don't feel bad, man. I'm gonna keep on going, man.
Please, man.
That's one thing that stands out for me. I always try hard. Once I start something, I love the fact that God has given me the gift of persevering and endure struggles and accept challenges and embrace them. So tell me, who is Rivalani? Who is Rivalani? Who is Mr. Novela? Where were you born? Where did you grow up?
Well,
like that.
Yeah. That's a very broad question, man.
You don't know where you're born
think about myself and where I was born. Look, I was born on the 1st of September. Years back. You're probably talking like, but close to 30 now.
Yeah.
If not 30, you know what I mean? So
I'm very far from 30.
Wow. You will get there. I used to think I was far myself.
Yeah.
Look at where I am now.
It's just see.
So who Rivalani is, man? Rivalani is a very chill guy, man. Not necessarily chill, but it's a bit chill, isn't it? It's chill.
Yeah, man.
It also depends on, the vibe around, where it comes from and who is around. So, yeah, man. And just maybe to give you a bit of my background, where I come from. I hope this doesn't sound like an interview, a job interview. But anyway, look, my name is Rivalani, right? Novela. So I prefer to use my surname.
Is it Novela or Novela?
Novela. You guys been pronouncing my surname the whole time. You've been getting it wrong.
But I'm thinking, okay, I do know that for Tsongane, VA is Va. It's not Va.
It is Va.
But now, I don't understand why for your surname I was saying Novela, but for your name I say
Rivalani.
Rivalani. Like,
imagine the confusion.
But now I get it.
I'm glad that now you understand. So yeah, man, it's Rivalani Novela, right? And I prefer to use my surname. That is just to avoid people having to abuse my name or having to ask
because people
what's the meaning of your name? And I'm just trying to run away from that. I'm just running away to always tell them, no, the meaning of my name means forget. They'll be like, might as well call you forget, because it's not just forget. There's a meaning behind any name. So when the parents gives you a name,
do you find it easy to forgive and forget?
Me myself? Yeah, I do. So I'm one person that doesn't hold things into my heart. It also depends on who. So there are people that I don't keep in my mind to ensure that I keep like important stuff. There are events that maybe we could have been part of. I don't keep them in my mind. Maybe some conversation that we had, maybe I insulted you, maybe I made a joke. Such things I don't keep in my mind. So there's quite a lot that I don't keep in my mind. Just to make it easy for myself to just to forget, rather than for me to also try to forgive, because forgiving is not easy.
It's not.
You have to preach for someone to forgive. So forgiving is not easy. But anyway, before you interrupted me, I explained my name, and that's why I prefer to use my surname, because it's just a surname. It doesn't have any meaning. It's just Novela, right? So I come from Limpopo, right? come from Limpopo. I come from in Malamlele, one of the village there called JimJones.
JimJones?
Yeah. What do you know about JimJones? Come on, look.
It's a funny name. JimJones.
It's not.
It's a funny name.
Please, when you get time, go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? Time JimJones. You will hear the story of
How did that
JimJones.
name come about? JimJones?
I have no idea. So it happens when my granny explained the story of how we came about there.
Yeah.
We're coming from vendor. We used to stay with vendors.
Oh.
Right. So
with us that side.
Not necessarily. That wasn't, hence, to me, if you ask me personally, it's not true. Right?
Yeah.
I stand to be corrected. But if you ask me, the place that we call vendor, it wasn't necessarily as in vendor, as in like for vendor people.
Oh, okay.
It's like KwaZulu Natal, but Zulu doesn't necessarily mean that it's Zulu people's place on.
Yeah.
So, or you can find Swati, you can find other people in the surrounding. So my granny did explain that, you know, she used to stay there. She used to stay. She grew up with vendor people, and she can hear vendor. I mean, I myself can't even hear. Where I'm growing up in the generation that is developed, I'm even embarrassed with that. Especially now that I meet people that speak vendor.
Yeah, like me. So
exactly.
Me, to speak Tonga now.
Look at that. And yeah, it just brings some heaviness on me. You know, to learn it. For me, it's been a bit, you know, hard. But anyway, where was I before the vendor thing?
Yeah, you
so
come
we're
from
staying with
JimJones.
vendor. So yeah, I come from JimJones. Yeah, I grew up there, man. That's why I did my primary school level.
Yeah.
And then I went over to do my high school in another village. So we had to walk like almost 15 k's just to get there and to come back. So maybe in a day I'll walk 30 k's.
Hey, going to school?
Yes.
How?
Man, it was struggle. And
was
still, there are people that
was
are
that
doing
primary or high school?
That was high school.
Okay.
So primary was close,
high school, you're strong, man.
Yeah. I was short though. I was short, man.
How come you are this tall now?
I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna explain that. But I will try to also squeeze that in. So I grew up there. I did my schooling there. You know, my primary and my secondary schooling there. It was quite a very fun journey, man. I get to meet people. I get to learn, and also got to, you know, learn about who God is in my life and what God is in other people's life. What is a Bible? And there were people that were teaching us on how to read the Bible, what you need to do, things that you also need to meditate so that you remember in times of trouble, you know. So you don't just collapse, but you remember that, no, man, this is what the word is saying about me. This is how I need to react. So such things, man, how to apply the word into your life, those things were taught in our early age. And then after that, after my high school, I came to Gauteng. That's when I went to Gauteng. I did my tertiary level there. Went to my father's house, took a gap year due to financial constraint or situations.
Yeah.
And took a gap year. Went, applied again in TUT and UJ. UJ had me on what's that? Computer science, right?
Okay, computer science.
Yeah. But I didn't take the opportunity to study that because think about this. You coming from a village where you never seen a laptop.
Yeah.
You understand? Now you want to do a computer. I understand that passion can literally get you there.
Sure.
But in my mind, it was the fear.
The fear of computer science now.
You don't even know where to switch on where the switch on button is.
That was me on my first year.
Yes. So it was a bit of a struggle.
And when you tell people that stuff like that, you actually don't know how to operate a PC, they'd be laughing, like,
how? Where you can
I don't know.
They'd be like, you've been living under the rock.
I don't know.
When I go to my tertiary, when I start my tertiary level, I met some guy, a very nice guy, man. He used to attend, you know, the Star Church. And this guy was very cool, man. He was just the coolest person you could ever meet. Very chill. You know, his English was proper.
Oh, okay.
I till up to date, I can't refine my English to his level. I tell you.
And you know what they say
I
about
can't.
you know what they say about us people who come from Limpopo,
Yeah,
Tongas and vendors. They be like, our accent is something else. But I get bullied every day for my accent. I'm like,
Yeah, like,
but this accent is okay to me.
I mean, as long as I'm trying,
Yeah, we
guys.
get
They
bullied
must
every day.
understand that sometimes it's not our primary language. We're
Yeah.
trying to, to speak other people's language. So they must
Yeah.
understand when the accent is bad.
Yeah. So you studied at TUT. What did you study at TUT?
TUT, I studied mechatronics engineering.
Yeah.
I studied mechatronics engineering. That was like a 3 years course. Took more than that anyway.
Okay.
I got depressed during my studies. And I think it took me like 4 years. All right. And so you ask, how did I get tall, right? So when I was in tertiary, my first year in tertiary, passed all my module for the first semester.
Yeah.
Right? Second semester, I registered the other module for the second semester.
Yeah.
That's where things went down.
Okay.
I got depressed so much. I just got depressed so much. So I used to sleep a lot. I'll come back from a class and sleep. Wake up, go to school. Come back, eat, sleep. And where I was staying, that was back then. Right? Now it's a different story, I believe. That resident where I was staying, we're not allowed to cook. Yes.
What were you eating?
Well, we'll eat like noodles. Yes, now I can eat noodles.
Wait. You're not wait,
So-
you were not allowed to cook. How?
Okay, so there was no stove. So first year and what did they call? The senior. So the other, like second year, third year, they're called seniors, right? So first years and seniors, they both had different flats. So it's 2 flats side by side. This is the first. This flat is for the first years. This other flat on the other side is for second and third year. So the second and third year, they were not sharing. They were only sharing a shower.
Okay.
Right. So with us there, we're sharing. It's like there will be 2 of us, two 3/4 bed. So they were not allowed to cook. So I was living with bread. My guy, I got depressed because I wasn't eating pap. For me, it was very depressing to think that I have to cope without eating pap. To an extent that after a month, I was very weak. I felt like I'm dying. Yeah. And I went home. Then my grandmother did advise me that, hey, listen, what is stronger or wachukin? So that means you've lost.
Oh, you've lost weight.
So she said, wachukin, but you're even tall. What's going on? Are you okay? So I had to say, no, I'm fine. Like, how it's cool. No, I'm coping. But she did realize. So when I was home, she used to cook the soft porridge, mix it with what is that herbal? I had it in my head. Moringa.
Oh, moringa.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
cool.
she used to mix it with that. It was not nice. Moringa is not nice.
I've never tasted moringa.
It's a very terrible plant. So, but it's a very nice one for your body.
Okay.
So she used to, get me that in the morning. So I will eat those in the morning for the recess. Then I went back and I met my friend that we last saw each other in high school after a year.
Yeah.
I was like, how did you get this tall? I'm like, my friend, I'm depressed, that's all.
Oh, now you were stressed, so you are sleeping every time.
Lot.
Every chance you get, you are sleeping.
A lot.
And they
Then
say
things
you
went down.
you grow taller when you sleep.
Yeah, so
I
I
need to
believe
sleep
that
more.
too.
I need to sleep more.
I think you're not sleeping. Eh?
I'm not sleeping.
You must squeeze your sleep. Try
Yeah.
to be sure that you also
Try to
get time to
sleep more.
sleep. So
Yeah.
I think it was also because of depression. Because since then, I never had so much. Like, I will never sleep for that long in my life. Now I sleep for maximum 5 hours and then I wake up.
Yeah.
So after that year where I was depressed, then I think I completed my national diploma, right? So I applied for BTech. I went to work, did my experiential learning for another company that deals with elevators.
Yeah.
So as I was working there, something came to my mind that, look, a friend of mine did send me a message on WhatsApp, said, look, my guy, they are facing a national diploma out. And with what we have, we'll be stuck to study further. It means that we'll have to start from the bottom should we want to study in the future. So I said to him, what do you want us to do? He said, let's go back to school. I told him that, look, I don't have money. And I should let you know, man, my life, it's more of a movie, but a miracle sort of a movie. Because even if I didn't have money, I managed to study from the start to the end. Even BTech, I was funded. And still today, cannot tell you how I got to pay that.
So NSFAS didn't fund you anything?
Well, I was funded by NSFAS. I failed. NSFAS didn't stop to fund me, continue to fund me. Was miraculous.
Was it maybe the cause of you feeling depressed, of the fact that you have failed? Now NSFAS is no longer going to pay your fees and all that?
The depression, it was initially caused by it was initially caused by the relatives, like where I come from, you know. And when the more I had to think about it, it's the more I got depressed, right? And then as more I get depressed, now the modules became problem.
Yeah,
but now I received my first failure in life. After not failing my entire life, now I'm receiving the first failure in my life. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Then I got more depressed now. But hence I said my life, it's more of a blessing. I always had people, man, that will follow me.
Yeah.
Smart, wise people. I had few people that would like come and say, hey, where are you? Let's go and study. Yeah. Where are you? We are coming to our room to study. Where are you? We're coming to cross night. Where are you? Let's go cross night. You know, there are such people that used to like pull me.
Yeah.
Till up to date, I still do advise like people in school that, you know what, don't try to beat the course by yourself. Engage with other people.
True, yeah.
So the information that you receive might not be the same information that I would have received.
Yeah,
some I will receive from the previous grade, and you will have only received from the lecture.
Yeah.
You understand? So it means that I have extra information that you do not have. And by you engaging with me, I might be able to share that. So till up to today, I like engaging with people. Even at work, I do engage. So because I understood from then that, you know, just going to school and coming back to my house, it didn't help me. But because now I was engaging with people, I had friends that will keep me updated when I didn't go to attend. They will tell me, this is what we did. Would you like us to like show you? Would you like us to teach you? They will share with WhatsApp and all that. So it was very helpful. Yeah, it was very, very helpful. So the failure, it was initially caused by something else, but it escalated or it went more and more further because of you know, having to fail something that you never had to experience before.
And failure, you know, failure is something that when you are seeing it for the first time, you need a lot of wisdom there from God.
I agree.
When you're failing for the first time, especially if you're failing for the first time and you are at a point where you are older or you are in tertiary, first year university. It's okay to fail when you're in primary school. I failed in primary school. I didn't even care.
It doesn't feel like
I only started caring when I was in grade 7, because the moment I was promoted to grade 7, my then classmates, they were going to high school, so I was jealous. That was the only part where I started, you know, being concerned. But otherwise, it wasn't like that deep, like the way how you'd feel when you are failing and you're in varsity. Because when you're in varsity, you know, when you're doing courses like engineering courses, you know, failing, it means an additional year. And when you look back home, the background is not as good. You know what I mean? Thinking about the problems as well that you're having from home, it's just a lot. And to deal with those things, because one thing I've observed about being in varsity is that it's a very complex challenge to each individual, because it's like everything depends on you. Everything that you're doing, it depends on you. What you do, what you think about, how you are motivated, everything is dependent on you. Like, it's like at some point I used to feel like I used to feel like I'm just all alone. Like, I don't want to say I used to feel lonely or whatever, but I had some instances where I just feel why not, like, I'm alone in this world. It's like I have the whole world on my shoulders.
Yeah.
You know, because it's hard. You're trying to balance everything on your own, especially when you have issues. Maybe it's family issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That are troubling you. Serious issues. And now there is school. You are writing tests. You are failing. Never mind. I mean, let's not talk about failing a module. That's one thing that's very painful and hard. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I do understand when you say it just added more on you being depressed. You know what I mean? But take me through how you recovered from that depression that you went through.
Well, it took me a while, man, and trust me, it did mess up with a lot of my life. Because I think I can say I was depressed for a year or so, right? But I know it was more than a year, right? Because so for maybe when it began because of relatives and having to engage with them, how we're engaging. So that became a problem, and now because it was a problem, I became stressed about it, and it became a depression, right? So as it became a depression, so it's like something that you constantly think about, and then it's heavy on your shoulder, right? So that's what we call depression, or that's how I personally describe depression, rather. So as that was going on and on and on, I even stopped going to church now. I was like, this church is not helping. This church thing just doesn't make sense. Something just doesn't make sense. Who's this God? Where is God? If I'm this suffering and you're really saying that there's God, I believe God should have been here to assist. Because listen, I've been in church almost my entire life, and only now that I'm in varsity, this God doesn't show up. You know, I'm struggling, I'm failing, I'm depressed. So with that, it took me a while. So I met a friend of mine, very well spoken. You know, he speaks his mind, always does. I've always been that one person that was like, I would say caged, so I couldn't speak my mind.
Okay.
Yeah, so people will call me and do, like those that will like always call, hey, can we come see you? So the only thing that I will speak, I'll engage with you like in jokes and stuff, right? Those are things that I'll engage with you. Personal, up to personal level, no, it was like, I just felt like I was by myself.
Yeah.
So with that said, when I meet this guy was an artist, a rapper. So when I meet this guy, I look at him, I was like, I see a future in this guy, and I want to convert this guy to a Christian. By the way, now he's a Christian full time. And I was like, I want to convert this guy to a Christian. Instead of me converting him, I went out. Totally like out. Like full out. Like I was out totally. After meeting this guy and wanting to convert him to church, I went out. But by going out, then I recovered from my stress, because he taught me how to speak. Like, he will always tell me his issues, his problems and stuff. One day I tried, right? And then I felt like it's heavy. Of course, when something happens to you for the first time, just know that you're stretching a certain, it's either a nerve or a muscle or something. But of course, you will feel pain. It will feel strange. You don't feel like it's a usual thing, because your muscles are not used to that.
Yeah.
So now my having to stretch my mind to speak of my situation, what I'm expressing.
Yeah.
It was for the very first time with him. And the way he reacted in a very kind manner, man. I was like, oh, so it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
you know,
sharing.
telling people or sharing my stuff. So I continue to share with this guy. I continue to share information with this guy. So he will give me advice. I was a very good guy, man. He's a very, very good guy. So he will give me advice, try to help me, come to stay with me in my place, visit me in school, you know, those kind of things. So then I took him I asked him if he could apply to varsity, because I didn't think college was, you know, good for him. So he did apply. And then as he came to university, I was going out. So I will still visit, because this guy gave me that comfort that I needed my entire life. And yeah, that's when my life began again. So that's when I recovered, because I had someone to talk to. I had someone to share my problem. Someone that cared, you know. So someone that I can call and still speak hours with, and he never mind that, you know, he need to do other things. So because that guy gave me a shoulder or an ear, I was able to recover small by small through his advices, through him holding me by hand, walking me out of that, and I managed, man, to recover. And with that, after that, now it was looking for a job. Yeah, and then things escalated again.
By this time, were you still going to church? Or?
I wasn't. So when I met this guy, total took me out of church.
Yeah.
Right? So now I was the one even telling him how, like, there's no God. Yeah, like how you can believe in the universe and your ancestors. I was the one telling him about this stuff. I don't know where I get the knowledge, but I was just telling him out of my mind. This is how it is. I've sat and observed. This is how things are. And one of the good days, after telling him my problem, I said, "But you know there's God, bruh." Like from nowhere. I remember we were standing, it was very hot. You know, in Limpopo it's hot, eh?
Yeah.
So I was walking him back to his house. He came to my house in the morning. We played FIFA, so I was walking him back to his house. Somewhere around 11. It was very hot. So we stood under a very small tree, shade there. And as we were there, we were talking, we discussed our matters. So I told him my problem. After telling him my problem, then I was like, "Hey, you know what? Do you know that there's God, bruh? Now I personally believe there's God." So it's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, I started. It's like, I don't know if it was confusing for him, because all along I've been saying there's no God.
There's no God.
All of a sudden, from nowhere, jiggy, there's God. I don't know if I really confused him, or he really wondered why I was saying that. But after that, now we started looking for a way to get a job. He was still in school, you might remember. I think he had like a year or two in varsity. So me and this guy now, you know, trying to get our life together, trying to go to get a job. This guy decided that, you know what, school is not for me. Listen, I will even say it even in your podcast. School is very important.
It is.
It's very important.
It is.
Do not undermine the power of education. It's very unfortunate that we might apply it in a poorly way as blacks, of course. I mean, I understand that we're poor, and when we go to school, it was for us to get a job. I fully understand, but trust me, the knowledge that you gain there, you can do so much with it.
True, yeah.
You can do so much, and it can also help you on how you approach a problem, how you think, how to, you know, converse with other people. It helps you in a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
But it's just because of us, we think education is useless because we're not getting a job. I understand. Listen, I fully understand. But after that, I had to convince him to go back to school. So we happened to go to a certain prophet. Get there. Hey, man, the story of a prophet, man. The guy got there, he did his stuff. So we went to this prophet because he helped one of our old friend. This one of our old friend, now he was very rich. He was like sorted. He's of our age, but he's sorted. He's driving a very nice car. One of the most unique car. Bruh, after varsity is driving such car. And there is you. You don't have a job, you have nothing. Your life doesn't even make sense. Nobody even know anything about you. So with that, we went to the prophet. He went in, they helped him, I went in. So we told different stories, right? Of course, I mean, you have your life, I have my life. If then you're a true prophet, whether a false prophet, you still have to tell people different story anyway. But on my side, he said, "No, you bewitched, wara. He gave me things to do, right?" Oh, well, I took those stuff, I did. So now, you know the one that you tie your rope in your waist? I've just felt embarrassed, man. As a ladies' man, I just felt embarrassed. Then I was ladies' man.
Because that time you were not.
I mean, I was not going to church, so the only thing I had the whole time for ladies there.
Yeah.
So because of that, I was like, I can't have this. Imagine I have a lady there, and then she see this. I'm like, why is that?
What's that now?
So yeah, I didn't hide.
Yeah,
I didn't. gonna do that? But I did the other things, right?
Yeah.
As I was doing these other things, I was supposed to do that for 6 days.
Mm.
In the middle of the week, I had to come back. I don't remember if I had like an interview or if I had to go attend something, but one of the two. So I came back from home, I landed in Pretoria, asked one of my other friends that I know through church, which I was attending, that I stopped, right? So we both stopped because we didn't like that church. We badmouthed that church. So because we had that thing in common, so we had that friendship though. It was far. So I called him, look, my guy, I need to just squat in your place for like 3 to 4 days. I have this thing to do. Then I said, sharp, you can come. So now I'm still doing ditayele. I'm still carrying these prophecy thing.
Yeah.
I still have to get it. I have to complete it. When I get to his place, remember, he doesn't know. Even I myself, I feel strange about this stuff. I can't just show everyone, right? I feel strange about it, so I'm hiding it. So I'm there by his house. Now it's time to bath. It's time to do the I will call it the ritual, right? It's time to do the ritual. But it's the last day. Before I light the candle, I'm trying to light the candle, the matches fell inside the bathtub.
Okay.
I can't even go and ask matches because he will ask you, what do you want to do with matches? In the bathroom. It was a mess. Listen, from that day,
Yeah.
I said to myself, you know what? Whatever is whatever, man.
Yeah.
I'm done. Never doing this thing. Like, I'm done. Whatever. God, if this is your way of talking to me that I must stop, then I'll stop. If you try to tell me something, then that's it. I'm done. Then that was it. I took those things, put them back into the plastic, took them back to the house, came back, but the normal way. Then, yeah, went on with my life. But that didn't end the struggle or the stress or depression. So because the COVID came in, and COVID came in at a very wrong time, man. So it's after I had a job for a month, right? So and then I got another job in TUT. That time I'm doing my BTech. So then I hear these rumors, no, there is higher possibilities that I must stop going to work, stop going to school and stuff. I'm like, it's not going to affect us. Right? Now I'm working these 3.5 jobs. I'm doing those.
Okay.
So, hey, man. Then TUT offered me a vacancy to be, what is this? To be a lab assistant, right? For strength of material.
Okay.
I was happy. I was like, finally, I'm going to leave this job because that there's a certain guy that they didn't like me there. That will always clutch. So he will find me standing. Maybe we'll find a group of us standing, but he will only see me. I was the only person to
point you out.
Like, why are you standing? So I have to answer for everyone now. So it was that made me want to move. So I was not really comfortable with being around that company. So I was very happy when TUT said that. Bruh, hey, our president being our president. The week that I'm supposed to start.
Lockdown.
He said, lockdown, no more going anywhere. I've resigned there.
You have already resigned from the 3.5 job there.
My brother. The struggle I had to go through.
Yeah.
I became more and more depressed. I invited my brother to come stay with me. My younger brother to come stay with me. He did came. Stay together. Things were bad, man. Sometimes we'll have like 1 meal a day. That's how bad things were. Cause
this is 2020.
Yeah, it's 2020. So because the gates were also closed, we couldn't even we couldn't even go home.
Yeah. So
we had to survive. We had to make it work. And I always had supporting system. Those are my siblings. So one of my sister was staying where I was staying there. So she wasn't there. She went home. Before this, she had COVID. She went home. And I'm there.
Yeah.
She left me there. So now the only thing I had was asking, do you have like 20 rand so I can buy like eggs? buy maize meal, we can eat that. We can buy acha, we'll eat with that. You know, those kind of stuff. So those were things that we were eating there. But yeah, I even got more stressed.
You know that
one thing I learned there.
There are people who, when you tell them that we eat pap and acha,
I know.
they'll be like, eh?
Even with eggs.
Pap and acha with eggs.
I had to teach one of the people.
That's the meal. That's the main meal, man.
That's a meal, man. They don't know, man. And it's not about poverty. I still eat it even now.
Yeah.
For me, maybe I do spend a month without eating a certain meal.
Yeah.
But when I go back to it, it feels like this is refreshing, man. This is what I've been craving for. You know, so I do spend some time without eating certain meal, so that when I go eat it, it feels like this is my first time eating this.
Yeah.
Or I always wanted to taste this, you know. So yeah, man, with that, we managed. I think there was a funeral at home, one of my relatives. We tried to get the death certificate. We did get, but there's no money to get home.
Evan, it was bad.
The prices of the buses went up. Remember, that time prices of everything went up.
Yeah.
Even the eggs.
Oh,
that's how the eggs now are very expensive. Nah, the eggs were not that expensive. It's so cheap, man.
2020, man.
Yeah, so then we finally got a chance. We left, I think it was somewhere around July, if not August. We left. My brother, we got home. Hey, I was small then, I was thin. You can see, but there's something I learned, a very important lesson for myself. I learned how to communicate with how to speak my mind to my relatives. So I remember this, like I said, it's a stretch day by day, right?
Yeah, having to speak when you're not used to it is not easy.
It's not easy. So I had to learn how to speak through a friend. How to address my issues through a friend. How to address my problems that I'm facing to my friend. Right? So after that, I had to take it a step further. Remember, from where I come from culturally, sometimes culture doesn't allow you to engage with people over your age about certain matters. Like if it's like that, it's like that. You just take it and keep quiet. So I had to learn how to address it. From that moment, I felt like, well, I think I'm going. So I did confront my grandmother, confront certain relatives, you know, engage with them in matters that didn't settle well with me and how I want life to carry on from that point. Whether they want it or they don't want it, but that was what I had to address to them. And with that said, I was ready to take my life. I was ready to stand for my life, rather.
Yeah, don't say take your life.
So, I mean, I meant to take my life and walk. And walk by myself. That's what I meant. So I was ready to take my own struggle to my shoulders, not to blame, you know, relatives or to blame other people. I was ready. So I had to engage with them, tell them what really concerned me about how they behave, and whatever matters I had. Some took it well, some didn't take it well, some thought, we had to learn and all that. So it was all good. I had to learn through that process that, no, this is how I need to speak. From that day, I learned how to speak to older people. And now, I came back to Gauteng after COVID.
After COVID, okay.
Yeah.
You don't have a job?
I don't have a job.
You resigned before they even fired you because of COVID.
But I think, okay, so after the lockdowns, when I was home, I got a call from, there was a certain agents in Johannesburg. I think now it's called South African Youth something.
Okay.
It's called that. It wasn't that before. It was Harambe. It was a very nice program, man. Those guys were good, man. Big ups to them. They really helped me when I had to do my in-service training. They were not necessarily involved, but I already had money in my pocket because they were helping me. So they gave me something to do, rather.
Okay.
So I was on a way of doing boiler maker in apprentice with them. And they were assisting me to get a company where I can do my apprentice and all that.
Yeah.
So through that, I decided that, you know what, I'd rather not go for boiling because I have in-service training. So I told them nicely because they've been nice throughout.
Yeah.
So I told them in the nice manner that, listen, guys, I would love to continue, be part of this program. But at this moment, I've got an in-service training with this company. May I please, you know, attend this? And I said, no, if it's about you getting your certificate, that's even better. Go do your practical, go get your certificate. So I went on to get my certificate. But yeah, so Harambe called me December, and no, not December, before December, and they said, prior to December, they said, well, around December, we'll call you again. We have an internship coming your way. Was it one of the big banks in here that we have? Right? Okay. I was very excited. I was very excited. I was like, really? They were like, yeah. December come, no call.
Hey, man.
And you can't call them back. It's one of those numbers that you can't call back. Right? So they're not calling. I got more depressed now that I'm just here at home. January it's coming. As January coming before, just before mid-Jan, they called again. They said, hey, look, we have another opportunity for you. Now it was for a different story now. It was for plumbing. So, hey, my guy.
That time you did mechatronics.
Yeah, I studied mechatronics. Mechatronics was scarce, right?
Yeah.
And still even today, if you apply for mechatronics, they will need experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a very, very difficult thing, you know, to have in this current time.
I think it's because it's a new, it's like a new course that just came up, you know, not so long ago because of robotics and all that. But
yeah,
I think it's gonna be one of the most available jobs in the near future, because if you look at how things are right now, technology is improving every day, man. Automation is being implemented every day, and mechatronics, I think you guys dealt with robotics and a lot of those things, you know. So I believe in no time you'll see that it's one of the most available, you know, opportunities.
Agreed. Yeah. No, I agree. I concur with you, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So plumbing.
So I worked as a plumber, my guy. Yo, man, what do they call affirming?
Okay.
You know, a word of affirmation?
Yeah.
So
who was affirming you? Was there
okay, so this is what happened. So this is what happened. When around that time before December, I met someone through LinkedIn. Right? This someone said to me, hey, listen, okay, so she wrote her message on LinkedIn. The message was about, if you are a Christian and you know that you are low, we understand that it's difficult times, but we can pick each other up. So I have a group, you know, just click the link and follow it. We'll take you to the group, and then we'll be part of the group. We have like morning prayers. We teach the word. We're doing quite few programs there.
Were you back in church at this time?
No, I wasn't. It was.
I'm waiting.
No, that's why I'm gonna tell you. Through that, I met someone. So when I joined the group, that person, sometimes she used to encourage us to contact a prophet. So she had someone that she knew who's a prophet. So she used to ask us, no, contact this prophet, you know, this person will pray for you, and then things will be fine.
Yeah.
So me being there around that time, you know how my God, you have no idea how we hated prophets then. Yeah, we hated a lot of prophets.
Did you hate them because of the previous?
Not necessarily. I just from the church where I come from, the culture didn't allow us to have prophets, so we didn't like prophet because of where we come from. So we just maybe had the mindset of, why do you need a prophet? Why a prophet? So and maybe we're not well equipped about them, I guess. So I think that was the case. It was not because of him. So I was a bit skeptical now to go to this one. Like, prophet. Yes. And I don't want someone to tell me my problem. Fine.
I'm fine.
Then came one day, I swallowed my pride. Contact this person. Hi. And the person say, hi. Can I call you? It's like, yes, please. She did call. And then she called, so she asked me, what do you want us to pray for? So I said to her, well, for a job. Look, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for a job. That was before December, before I was even called by Harambe. See? So she prayed for me. She told me what has been going on with me. She told me what was the whole cause of depression. So my physical world is, as I've explained, what caused me stress. But the spiritual world is a different story.
Okay.
Right. So she did explain. And now I can make connection to the story. Now it can connect that. Oh, I remember. She even mentioned that, you were not supposed to, you shouldn't have took a gap year. Your thing, you passed very well. Your marks were very good. You should have gotten a bursary, but things happened. And this what happened. When you get to varsity, this is what you had waiting for you. So when I feel like I can connect the dots and see that, how does she even know about this stuff? So then I decided to say, you know what, maybe I just need to follow up and just get prayed for. So that was the first call, right? And now I have to pull out from I'm with the friends. I have to guys, I'm coming. I just have to make a call. You know how embarrassing that is to speak to something that you don't like a prophet. So I had to tell my friend, just a call. They're like, is it your girlfriend? No. Someone, just need to talk to someone. Fast. Just finish what I was doing. So I left, had a call with her, then I came back. And they was like, wow, the call. I was like, I know, it's just a call. So down the line, I got that call from Harambe, right? About December, and then they never called back. So I told her about it. She was like, okay, we're making progress. Now I have that hope that this one, she's a true prophet. She's a true prophet. Now, come Jan, they call me again. Now I'm telling her that, listen, December passed, they didn't call, what's going on? I know, don't worry, something is coming just very soon. So now they call, now I'm telling her, hey, they want me for plumbing, I'm not going there. Like, hey, chief, there's no way you're not going there. You don't have money. And you don't have money, you have nothing. As a man, you can't be a man without money.
Yeah.
And you know your situation from where you come from. She didn't even know where I was coming from anyway, but she knew that herself. I don't know how, spiritually. So said, you know where you come from yourself. So with that said, I was not necessarily encouraged, maybe motivated. Motivation, it revives you for a moment and then dies.
Okay.
So I was being motivated.
Yeah.
So I went to do plumbing. I will say the word of affirmation every day to my colleagues.
Yeah.
The way I hated plumbing. Nothing wrong with plumbing. Trust me, plumbing is one of the best jobs you could ever do because you'll never go hungry as a plumber. I'm telling you. Everybody has water in their house.
True, yeah.
If a pipe blasts here, you'll need a plumber.
Yeah.
If your geyser blast, you need a plumber. Anything concerning water, you need a plumber. And water is one of the most important things.
True, yeah.
And should anything happen regarding water, you need a plumber. You'll say, we need a plumber right now, because why? It's a very, very essential thing. So you will need a plumber. So I understood those things. Still, I couldn't get. They couldn't get me to have passion for it. I still couldn't find myself wanting to do.
Is mechatronics what you always wanted to do, or there was something else that you wanted?
Mechanical or electrical was something I wanted to do.
Yeah, right.
So when I walked into TUT, they told me that the two courses are full. We can take you for biotechnology. So this one I think you deal with biomedical technology. You deal with hospitals, a machine, those kind of machine, medical machine, if I put it like that for lack of a better word. So yeah, it was that. So I said, no, I don't even understand what that is. Like industrial something. Never. Didn't even know what industrial was. So I said, never. I want mechanical or electrical.
Yeah.
I'm like, my brother, there's nothing. But there's a new course. Like, what's that? Mechatronics. What's that? Then they're like, you see, it's mech and tronics. Tronics come from electronics.
Mech from
mechanical. So it's basically mechanical and electronics.
It's a fusion of the two.
It's a fusion of these two, but it's more than that.